Hey friends, good evening. So, this is our third new episode. Here I am recording daily thoughts related to my daily learning, observation in business, life, philosophy in general. Most of the time, I like to contemplate not because of other people, what they are talking about, what they are trying to, let's say, advertise, rather than just thinking about me with my thoughts. So today's not something like different, and I don't like to keep kind of any polished or refined title, because I just want to feel this space is not just I talk about uh, to giving advices, uh, any kind of uh, teaching, right? Rather, I just define this space to just self reflection, sharing stories, and learning. Since you know that I love speaking, right? And I do every day wait for one thing, which is like what I have up to date, like let's say that throughout the in a day, that what are some activities I do accomplish and I like to talk about. And this made me feel when I record this such piece of like podcast, just talking with myself. And the reason is that I like to speak because I found my core interest in like holding space and making a conversation, like genuine conversation. It is uh, essential for any kind of solving problem. Even what is more important, because no one actually can create alone a better future or organization alone, right? So a conversation is something that helps us uh, to make connection, and a real connection is something that where growth can find, and finding different meaning, even the excitement and enjoyment what we are trying to solve. Maybe in conversations every individual has different interest, different aspiration. So when we are genuinely interest and we have that the quality of making a uh, good space, a non-judgmental open space, there we can actually talk about any kind of challenges, any kind of idea, any kind of stories, right? So I know that the kind of thing that I am also observing recently, that thoughts are like I'm repeating. and the same cycle and same pattern. But I don't know that that is the beauty of life. You go sleep, you get up and go to sleep, you eat, and then there is some process of like you release. So the life, and you go to work and you come back from work, and when you are in work there are some similar pattern that you do follow every day. So if you are a deep observer and have a deep awareness uh, in your work and life setting, that you will find some form of things that are repeating every day, right? And what we actually crave for after like doing any kind of work, any kind of in work in generally as well, it could be. So we actually seek a space and we seek a place, an environment that we can actually can share our feelings and emotions and share stories. And it happens with like uh, including two people would be better, right? But when you it happens because when you get older, you see that lot of it creates a lot of distance, because you see that the people are not treating you the same as they were have been earlier in your life, because everyone is like racing for some form of goal. And since world is now uh, very commercial and materialistic, so you and our life is also short. It is not, I would say, that everyone's problem, because life has given us this sort of path and the examinations. And our uh, past generations also, they have also showed this path, that how to lead and how to live, and what are some necessary necessities that we will require to have in order to make our life sustainability. So what I found that life is getting more individualistic. And I experienced when I get at my age of 30, I crossed 30, and then I realized uh, this is also necessary, because we are not born for to uh, only for like entertainment or excitement or pleasure. Because when you can uh, observe the chain, the cycle of our uh, like let's say the birth and death, and you will realize in between that we actually needs some form of materials, some form of elements, uh, goods in our life, right? And that's not come easily, right? And that's not come even, yes, of course, that everything grows naturally, but distribution and processing that, lowering that, and the technology to uh, even doing work smartly. It's not just that something happened naturally. Some things that happen naturally, but some doesn't happen naturally. We as a human being, the people has the power, and it totally depends on the production, right? Production and distribution. And as a man or as a woman, uh, whatever it, that everyone when we gets older, we actually can understand and can observe that uh, some form of needs and demands, right? Without that, we cannot survive. So survival is the main issue, right? And if you look at the world population, right, not every population, not every people are like productive, right? And if you look at that, also the chain of the billionaire and the like richest persons, wealthy persons, and their uh, space, you will find that not because of they are wealthy. In my opinion, I'm just sharing all of my self observations. I'm not going to give you any kind of reference. I'm just sharing all of my own perspective, in my opinion. So so they are the most responsible taker, right? For me, I view this way, right? And why I am saying this, because not people are aware of like taking responsibility. I mean to say that not many people would have that understanding of the production, right? Production is so much necessary. Even now that, since we have like the basic needs and basic but those are like, let's say now, limits our desire, limits our needs. And now everyone, let's say that every business person, successful business persons, that they are holding some form of like their mother companies out there in every country in the world, right? And we sometimes when we grow, that we also dream that the people from like different background, but it is not happen like overnight. There are some inherited knowledge included, there are some support as well, and there has some people, they are educational background as well. Since why I am just sharing these thoughts, because in my deep down, I also, the family I am belong right now, and the way that I wanted to be success, it is not easy, right? Without sacrificing my soul, without burning out my heart. And earlier, if I could share with you, the journey was that I was truly wanted to like solve everything I it could possible. Then I just truly focus on like simplifying as uh, much as possible in my daily life, day-to-day life look like. uh, and then I found so many the more grounder versions, more fulfilling versions, as I have been earlier, as I have been uh, like the past myself, more happier version of myself. And now I see that what are, when I identified that these are the things that if I can do regular basis, I will stay more curious, learning any topics I could learn. And same time that I like to speak and share my knowledge, I like to hold space that people in generally, that everyone has the power in their voice, but people are using them a different way. That should not be, because yes, there are so many contents and people have their different medium and different format of sharing contents, but I find this, even it is more the best way. If you look at the ancient to the modern history, that every leader and every business and entrepreneur founder, they are leveraging, they are outsmarting because of their voice, right? And their vision, right? And with that sense, that I started to increasing my experience, expertise in what I do love to let's say that designing and creativity, building brand, and including the interest, which is, let's say, that is speaking, right? And I'm just like adding so many stuff, since I am right now that recording from video from my small apartment. This is a small two room. We have two room sharing room where I and my younger brother, we live in this room, and we try to do our creative work, and I try to record my videos from here from every day. And yeah, I could say you that I can share more of like my work related, share more of my design work and creative project work. But what I found that the pivot evolvement in my life, when I when I evolved as an as a founder, as a business person, that I am not thinking about to like working in the production level. Yes, of course, that production level, but it has also changed the area, changed the category, right? Let's say that I am more like to involve in like client acquisition, and understanding the client, uh, uh, their actual challenges, right? And guiding them and transforming them through the experience, right? What they are actually facing, the obstacles, the adversities of them, their pain points. That is what, for me, the clarity part is important for me, I found. And when you know that the clear directions, it is much easier to dive into the directions. Until you don't have a like clear direction, I would say you can experiment, you can test. If you fail, you will learn, right? But when you have someone that give you a clarity, why I become an like a consultant, why I'd like to do like space, creative space, and guide my clients. Because earlier of my career, I found that I'm a self learner and self believer and self taught, because I am documenting this process, the environment, society I am belong. That a lot of young generation peoples, they have a limiting belief. They are not thinking themselves like different way. The world, it has like the endless opportunities now, and the information is out there, right? So we can leverage this technology, we can create whatever we want to build uh, business. And one of the core skill is like the building audience. And I would not say the audience, I would say that when you like can build the community or the people, the audience, what it helps, that's there will also have some uh, clients in that community, in that audience, right, among them. So this is the beauty. Let's say that if I would follow my father profession, and he is also a local fishing man, and he also like he sell in local market fish. And sometimes he has to like go to the door, even door to door, to sell fish and fishes. So what a like challenging task it is, right? And I have also like did several times. And I found that there is so competition. Even the market is where we are willing believe in the town, or belong in the town, live in the town. So like there are so many out there fishermen also, like uh, retails fishermen. And you can say that a hawker, right? They do sell fish door to door. And there are so many people, and the competition is so high, right? And there is not necessary, less necessary to like digital technology, internet, right? And some people are also using them. I would not say, let's say that, not gonna lie, there are people started implementing, adapting on technology on social media. They are, but I found that most of the people are middlemen. They are not actually a fisherman, involved in fishing, but they are good at like selling. They are good at like understanding this technology, that how it works. So I'm just giving you the story that if I do follow the same process, if I do not like interested in technology, I wouldn't, if I would not adopted this kind of information using these techniques, it would not be like possible to me. I would also follow the same, because I will also live in the dark without education, right? So the technology given me the chance to like build my audience globally, and what I like to uh, do, my passion, my freedom, right? And people are, or my audience are actually like to uh, buy my service, and buy my and talk to, they like to like make a conversation with me, and I like to pay value that and transform their life, right? And this is so beautiful, right? Isn't it? So yeah, we can see that it is almost 20 minutes we are like talking, and this is so good to see that I am more and more being comfortable on speaking in front of camera. So there are so many stories that I need to share. I would love to share with you, because in my family, and I found myself as a storyteller. I found that our family, and inheritedly, they are some form of missing, since we are like an lower middle class background. People are like, there is also like in people so many comparisons, right? And mediocrity, right? So one of that reasons that I have very much inspired and curious to, let's just break this chain, right? And let's just do something. I am not sure that I'm gonna success or not, but I like to do this. I do not care about them, right? But I like to share my journey, and I like to, I am sure, I believe that I will change this cycle of mediocrity for my family, for my background, for my ancestor, right? And the deep down emotion is that kind of identity crisis, right? From that sense, I feel like that, yeah, my voice has the power to build identity. I have the creativity to design and shape someone identity who they are also struggling the same situation. And I, the funny thing is that every businesses when you start, it is also confront the same form of challenges, whether it is level based, like everyone has their different story and different challenges. So I find that the meaningful way to understand someone's journey and how to craft their identity and its story. So when I can do that, I feel more happier when I can help them and serve them such way through creativity, through design, through storytelling. It's really inspired me. And now that I have evolved now, let's say that earlier, if I go back 3 years as a designer, I just uh, was a like water taker, like designer water taker. Now I feel like I'm a consultant, right? And how to positioning the business, understanding their offer, understanding the overall system, the building process, right? Even a genuine way to connect, genuine way to hold space, and I feel more confidence. Though it was not an easy path for me, I will be like keep sharing the whole journey behind the scenes stuff, and we are moving our apartment. maybe the next month, and new apartment I'm just changing intentionally because I'm thinking to like get married, and there are a lot of things just happening in life, and intentionally we are trying to build a works space. There we will be also recording some stuff. People are like, since now you can see that I'm not using any kind of like fancy cameras and fancy workspace, nothing I have. And that now attention is the currency, people are saying. Yes, of course. So you should not wait. I know that there are in this world there are multi-billion, right, people are out there. Not every people are billionaire, and there are some 1% people are like outperforming and growing, right, and they are dominating the world. But now I think the chance for everyone, just if you do wait for the like perfection, and if you want to like waiting for that, if I have something and then I will start to like making this sort of things, and I will start to building audience, right, and you will learn everything that you want, and then you will start doing and making things. I'm just telling from my experience, because I could not afford like any kind of mentor, right, even now I can't afford, right. So what I have taken, why I'm telling, taken this challenge, took this challenge, because I know that now I am the experience, right. I am the result, and I am just showing you, right. And you just need to like clarify yourselves that what you are good at, and just repeating these things, right. And always you have to have a like bigger goal and bigger vision and bigger dream, right, and just you have to be relentless on that what you are doing, consistent basis. So yes, of course, that today that was the wrap, and I wanted to little bit of add on that. I have been like listening podcast, some of the modern wisdom, some podcast on YouTube, and famous persons called Naval Ravikant, and I found that his speaking style is so much attractive, and the way that he relentlessly speak and deliver the speech is really fascinated me. That was phenomenal, and I found that the way that I would like to also share some of the thoughts and some of the ways that if I could share with you, you will also find that some interesting fact and some points. So yeah, of course, thank you so much for being here. And I don't know that how many people are like watching this. I have almost like hundreds of videos and podcasts that I have published on YouTube. I found that the growth is totally like slow growth, and probably one or two persons, even two views I can see. So I don't care that how many people are right now watching this, because I just wanted to create this for this moment, that what I am enjoying just documenting this. And I also believe that this will also like plays a compound effect, and when the success will happen, right, and people will also find this search this way, and there then I will like also re-edit, and there are some needs to like tweaking, and I will do that. And that's a like long story, just a in just a dream, right now that we can hope. So I hope that you find some of the interesting facts from my today's conversations. So I would love to chat with you, I would love to talk with you if you are thinking to like building your online business, your personal brand, or you are planning it for a startup, any kind of product or service related. I would love to collaborate with you just as a creative partner. So feel free to like message me, and we will talk that how we can actually build a brand that works. Thank you so much. Good night.